Hello world, it's Rick again, and today is SSS Veda Day 10. For those of you who have been participating, you're like one third of the way. 21 more days and you're done. Now today's question was, and I kind of expanded on it, but was what superhero would you want to be? And I expanded it to that, and what superpowers would you want to have? Now, for the superhero part, it's pretty simple. I couldn't decide on one particular one, but I decided to choose one from DC Comics and one from Marvel Comics. And my favorite DC Comics superhero has always been Green Lantern, the original one. We're talking about way back in the old days when it was Hal Jordan and an old cartoon from the 70s called Super Friends. And for my Marvel, I go even farther back. And that would be Iron Man, which was I think what it's called is an action comic, because it was not always full movement. It was kind of like a combination of a comic book and a comic book of action. And both of these were cartoons, but that goes back to the 60s. Now, as far as what superpowers I'd like to have, and the reason I did this is I got this from somebody else, I forget who it is right now, who decided to go this direction, and she was talking about flight, telekinesis, and all sorts of interesting things. They said, well, if I had telekinesis, then I wouldn't necessarily need flight, because I could move objects myself, and I could fly. And I thought about flying, and I said, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's better than super running, if you think about it. Because when you're super running, you got to kind of dodge things and make sure you don't run into other people. If you're flying, as long as you're flying, planes are really big, so it's easier to dodge them. So if I had to go with a superpower between flight and super speed as far as running, I'd go with flight. Another one she mentioned was teleportation. I don't know if anybody ever saw, it wasn't, I think the movie was Jumper. I'm not sure, and you're going to correct me on that. It was probably about 5-6 years ago. And it was about people who could teleport themselves from one place to another. And of course, when the government got a hold of knowing that these people existed, they chased them down like they were criminals. And some of them were, but this one kid gets into the thing. Well, not kid, I say he's probably in his 20s. Gets into a situation where he's trying to go through it. I won't go through the movie for you, but I thought that was an interesting one to have. I mean, think about all the things you could do. With flight, okay, you can fly from one place to another, great. And they'll save you money on getting a passport, because if they ask for your passport, all they have to do is fly away. You don't have to worry about that. But I saw teleportation to be a little more useful. You could teleport anywhere you wanted in the world. This would be great. Just like if I wanted to teleport to Japan one day and have a meal in Tokyo, you could do that. Or if you wanted to go you want to do a around the world trip, all you have to do is teleport wherever you wanted to go. It's teleport. You see all 50 states in 50 seconds if you wanted to. Well, not all of the states, but You get my drift. And so that's one I wouldn't mind having. Then she mentioned something about, no, somebody else mentioned something about being able to travel. Or maybe she did. But she said it was odd. She said, like, I want to travel through time, but I don't want to, like, have to go back to the past. In other words, she thought, well, if I'm walking down the street and I trip and fall, and everybody's around me looking and laughing, I can, jump back a couple of hours or a couple of minutes and start again. But I don't know. To me, if I wanted to be able to have time travel, I'm not necessarily interested in going back in the past. The past is the past. And mistakes, as many of us would like to go back to the past and correct them, the implications of what would happen after you corrected them are kind of something that you have to keep in mind. What if correcting one mistake in your life meant that several people that entered your life later would never enter your life, and you would never know them? And if you go back in the past, and you have to, of course, if you remembered everything, then you could kind of, but the circumstances of your meeting would be completely different, and so that might change the complexion of your relationship with that person. So it's one of those things where you go, maybe not. But the future? Oh, that would be great. Well, you hope it would be great. So maybe the ability to move between the future and the past, and the future and the present. So if you go to the future in World War III, you come back and stay away from that time frame at least. Let's see, what other superpower? One other superpower, because she had three that she was thinking of. I guess super intelligence would be great. To be able to, live the dream, like of being able to invent things and makes lots of money, but be able to invent things. Think about the Tony Starks of the world, if they existed, being able to make a full armor suit that flies. That's great. I wouldn't mind being able to do that. So I guess that would be the top three. They have teleportation ability, have super intelligence, and flight. And I suppose there would be other things that you could think of, but when you become super intelligent, then you could pretty much build anything you wanted. And those would be my three things. So superheroes, Green Lantern, and Iron Man, and superpowers, which you just mentioned. So that's my Vita 10 video. If you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll see you for day 11 tomorrow. Signing off. So long.